These empty seats all around us. We spend hours going back and forth learning, well, how do I actually beat the goalie? We found some pretty cute and cool moves here or there that you're seeing right now, but nothing was consistent. These may work every once in a while, but we want them to work most of the time. They're not glitches because it's not gonna work 100% of the time. They are high percentage shots in a dangerous scoring area. So before we begin, I want to let you guys know two things. First of all, this was all done on the hardest difficulty against one of the best goalies using one of the weakest players that I could find. So these 4 breakaway moves in order of how effective they are. Hands down, the best move of NHL 20 is the one-handed tuck when you're on your backhand. So you're coming in at the goalie from the side where your stick handle looks like this. And then you're sticking to the same side to do this move. The goalie just likes to move out of the way as the puck drifts slowly toward the net. The move itself isn't that complicated. Simply try to skate in a straight line to the side of the goalie, and once you reach the hash marks, which is like halfway through these face-off circles, move your right stick toward your backhand and keep skating straight forward. When you get to about this point just outside the circle, you're going to press the LB and RB button, or L1, R1 buttons. Your player is going to let go of the puck on the opposite side. And that's how one-handed tucks work. You start on one side, and when you do the one-handed tuck, the puck's going to end up on the opposite side. Here's another angle so that you can see it from a different perspective. These one-handed tucks have gone in more times than any other breakaway move that I've attempted. The only stat that matters for this move, I think, is deking, where if you go for this move with a low deking stat, the puck's just going to go really far off to the right and just miss the net entirely. But otherwise, you can do it at any speed with any other kind of stats. The second best move also happens to be a one-handed tuck, but this time it's from the forehand side. I don't think it's as effective as last year. I think the backhand side is better. However, it's still very effective. So this time you're skating in a straight line, but except on your forehand side. You're going to stick handle to your forehand at right about the same time as you see here. I'll rewind it a little bit. Maybe a little bit earlier, but I don't think that timing matters as much. But it's certainly a good reference point so you're not doing it too late or too early. So again, the way that I'm holding the controller is on the bottom right. I'm skating forward, right stick's on the right. This is for a righty. If you're using a lefty, it'll be the exact opposite. Just as you get out of the face-off circle, you press LB, RB, or L1, R1 to do the one-handed tuck. And like before, the goalie's just going to watch as it drifts by, and he doesn't do anything about it. He will do something about it if you start kind of skating at an angle, from what I noticed. Because then the puck is going to go a little bit too close to him, and he's actually going to make the pad save. So this goes back to the fact that it's not a glitch goal because the goalie can save it, and the worse your timing is, or if you skate more at an angle, the better chance the goalie is going to save it. After this, we have 2 more breakaway moves that are not one-handed tucks, believe it or not. You guys remember the backhand, forehand, backhand from previous years? Well, forget the first backhand because now it's just a forehand backhand. I found that whenever you did that first backhand motion, the goalie does something different. He's either going to stay with it, he's going to poke check you, I don't know. It's really weird. So that's why you're going to skate at the goalie from an angle, and you're going to stick to your forehand. This only works if when you switch to the forehand, your player is turned toward the middle of the ice like so. Because otherwise, if your player is facing the opposite way, you're going to want the next breakaway move. So with the right stick, you want to go to your forehand to the right, just about when you enter the face-off circle. With the left stick, you're looking to skate past the goalie. You'll notice the goalie is moving with you, leaving the left side of the net wide open. Once you're right in front of the crease, you simply go to your backhand, to the left on the right stick, and you also aim to the left with the left stick, and then push up on the right stick to shoot. This worked pretty often, but again, not as often as the one-handed tucks. Finally, on the opposite side, this move is actually, I would say, a little bit more unique, something that you probably haven't seen before. I've done this move pretty often in older NHL games from different angles, but on breakaways, I just didn't see a need to use it. The idea is it's also a forehand backhand, except you're not doing the motion with the right stick to do the backhand, as you see it there when I slow it down. What you're actually doing is letting go of the right stick so that your player naturally moves the puck in front of him. So this is how the move goes. Skate across, except this time from the opposite side. At about the start or the midway point of the circle, you're going to pull back on your forehand and you're going to go to about the 5 o'clock position so that your stick is really far back when you do the stick handle. When you approach the goalie with the left stick, you're trying to skate past him. It's kind of angled toward the top left. Your character should look something like this. When you pass the hash marks, you're right in front of the goalie. You're just going to let go of the right stick while still skating in that direction so that your player naturally does the backhand motion. And then it's just nothing but net. You push up on the right stick,